Well, today I'm going to teach you how to get rich. Okay, I'm not rich, and I'm going to explain you all of these things in this piece of paper and with a pen. Okay, and let me tell you something. I'm not rich. I have done some kind of research. I have analyzed the market, and then I have realized the fastest way to to become rich in 2026 is this is the model. I mean, it doesn't matter in which year you are watching this video, but if you are watching this video till the end, you will become rich. And after watching this video, you will realize, okay, this guy is a little bit crazy, but trust me, I am not. This is what I have gained I after doing some research on the internet. Okay, and if you truly want to become rich and powerful, then this is the only way to become rich. Otherwise, if you lose in this world otherwise if you lose in this world by if you lose in this cruel world by playing fairly, then do not complain if you lose. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to say. So let's begin. So let me tell you how to get rich. Okay, so the number one thing that you can use to become rich is poverty. Yeah, poverty. I think it is clear now. Poverty is a billion-dollar industry, and if politicians wants to evade all this poverty from the world, they can. They have that much amount of money to erase the poverty by giving everyone some kind of education and giving a role in the society. They can totally erase the poverty, just like China did. Okay, if you look in China, there is very minimal poverty. Okay, and I think they can erase that too. But if you look at America, we have some kind of poverty. If you look at India, they are major populations are poor. Okay, so poverty is a billion-dollar industry. What you have to do, you have to give them freebies if you want to rule in politics, okay, for a longer period of time, and want to uh, you know want to enjoy the tax money which you gain from from middle class people after taxing their money, then you have to provide them some freebies. You have to give them some freebies. Freebies like a ration, you can say, and then freebies in a sense: free clothes, free food, free mobile, not free, charge them a little bit, and give them a little education. Basically give them what they want, and they will give you the thing that you want, which is vote. So if you are a politician, if you are a businessman, do not try to erase the poverty all from your country or from the world. Otherwise you are not going to make any penny. Okay, this is one thing. This is only one industry that I'm talking about, but there is one more industry which where if you step in, you can make lots of money. And you know what that industry is? And that industry is health. This is health industry. It is a $1 trillion industry. You know why health is a $1 trillion industry? Because there are some companies who makes cosmetics. Okay, cosmetics. There are some companies who makes food. Okay, who makes food, and there are some companies who make perfumes. Okay. Oh, and there are lots of things. Okay, number 4, number 5, there are lots of things. You can do it, or you can say gym supplements, but we won't cover that. Okay. Okay, so number 2 industry is health, where you can use cosmetics, food, perfumes. Okay, so and medicines. Yeah, this is very important. These are the things that are very important. I'm going to talk about it one by one. Cosmetics. If you know that cosmetics are causing some kinds of very dangerous illness to women, sometimes they are using the cosmetics which must not be used by human beings, because your cosmetics have some kind of deadly chemicals that can make your skin very you know your skin make your skin very edgy. Okay, give you a severe what to say, give you some severe kind of mm, medical health issues. Okay, so yeah, cosmetics, and lots of people are getting it. One trust me, one thing, go on internet and search cosmetics industry exposed, not on YouTube. Go on Google, go on Grok, and you will find there are some cosmetic companies who are using some kind of very very harmful chemicals to produce cheap quality cosmetics, and most people prefer cheap quality rather than high quality. And if a company is giving you high quality product, so obviously they are going to charge you high, right? But people love cheap quality products, but they don't know that it has harmful chemicals. And since they have harmful chemicals, if people are using it, which they are, then they will get some kind of severe disease, which is cancer. Let's say uh, there is a woman who's using who's using immensely. There is a woman who is using so much cosmetics in her daily life. Okay, and for the 20 years she is using those cosmetics without realizing that it can hurt her upcoming generations or children. Okay, so for one woman is 20 years old and she's using cosmetics 20 years since 20 years, and now she's 40. Okay, when she is 30 she gave a birth to a child, and now that child has cancer. So now tell me, what is the reason of this cancer? Obviously cosmetics. If you think that my research is very very bad stuff, and then you can skip this video. Okay, but listen to me. If you want to make money, I'm talking about making money, not to save humanity or not to help people. Okay, it's all about making money. Okay, if you want to make money, then you have to follow this. You have to give poor people the freebies, and then they will give you the vote. Okay, then they will give you the vote, and you will stay in power, so that you can enjoy the tax money that you have taxed from middle class. This is one thing, and you will enjoy, and your upcoming generations will enjoy. Second is health industry. Okay, this health industry, the first thing is cosmetics. So you have to be in a cosmetics business, uh, build cheap quality products which are made by harmful chemicals, and sell them to women. And since the women are using your products, and it is giving them some kind of very good skin according to them, but actually it is causing severe disease, then what would happen there? They eventually they will have a child, right? And their child has cancer, and now since her child has a cancer, now she is going to put her in a medical room. Okay, she's going to hospital. Okay, and now since she is going to hospital, you have to supply the medicine part. That's why I have added this medicines. Okay, same with the food and perfumes also. Create low quality foods, packaged food. Okay, where you have to create create low quality of foods and market them in a way that this is the most healthy product, and then they will eat those humans will eat those products, and eventually they will ended up of having cancer, or their children will ended up of having cancer. Simple thing. Okay, same with perfumes. Okay, so if we all know that the cheap quality of products, people love that, but most people never try to understand that if they use these cheap quality of products which are made by harmful chemicals, then they will ended up of having some kind of severe disease. But most people ignore their health to save money. Okay, so if people use perfumes, low quality food, low quality cosmetics, then eventually even they or either they or their child will ended up in a serious disease. Okay, and now since they have, let's suppose they have cancer, which we don't have cure till now. Maybe some rich people have it, but they don't want to public it, because if it's got public, then this health industry will be shaken, because there is no revenue model for them, right? So let's say there are one person who has cancer, or their child has cancer. Now they are going to put them in medical system. Okay, where what's gonna happen? Okay. Well, this is cancer. Okay. So this is cancer, and the child has cancer, and this child has put into medical medicines. Okay, now she's alive on medicals, and we all know that if a person has a cancer, okay, the treatment of this disease is almost impossible to cover in your whole lifetime. It can, if you have cancer, it's better to die. You know why? Because if you have a cancer, it can ruin your pocket, okay, your money. Basically, it will ruin your money. Okay, you will ended up having no money. Then it will ended up your life. You will feel lifeless because most of the time you have to live in a hospital. Okay, it will cost you your age. I mean your time. Imagine you have a cancer at your 20s and you are cured at your 40s. Now what you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do? That's the main thing. Okay, so these are the things, but let me tell you something. Cancer. Okay, about cancer. Cancer is a $1 trillion industry. There are lots of people who are, um, you know, diagnosed with cancer, and there are no cure to this one. Okay, and since a person is, diagnosed with cancer, you can build a hospital. Hospital. Okay, I'm just talking about how to make money. Build a hospital where market your hospital like one of the luxurious and best hospital ever. Market it. Okay, but in return your hospital has no low facility, low amount of staffs and doctors. That's it. If people are dying, let them die. At the end, your main focus is money. If someone is admitted to your hospital, ask them first to fill up the form. Okay, fill form. Okay, number one thing, pay the money. You must pay the money. That's it. Okay, and let me tell you something. All of this thing, okay, this poverty freebies, except for this cosmetics, this food, this perfumes, this medicines, all of this related to one thing, which is cancer. This is a $1 trillion industry. So you have to create some kind of cosmetics which is harmful but cheap, because people love cheap things. You have to create some kind of food which is cheap and must contain harmful products, harmful chemicals. And you have to create some kind of perfumes, um, which must have harmful chemicals. And you have to create some kind of medicines, or build some kind of medicines which is low quality or worst. And but you have to market all of these things as one of the best cosmetic, best food, best perfume, and best medicines, in a way that people come to your store and buy it. Okay, and all of this thing, cosmetic, food, perfume, and medicines, will lead them to a human being to cancer. Okay, since a person has a cancer or their child has a cancer, what would happen? They will loan. Okay, they will take loan to get cure from this. And since they will pay their bills to the hospital, and you own the hospital, by providing low quality service, you can make money. So that's how you can make lots of money in low amount of time. That's it. So yeah, so this is what you should do. Okay, forget about people. Okay, it's all about at the end getting rich. Okay, there is one more industry that I want to talk about. Okay, one more industry. So this is, till now we have talked about, there are some products you have to create. Okay, like cosmetics, food, perfume, and medicines. This will this thing need investment. Okay, but there is one industry where you don't need anything, you just need your phone. Okay, let me tell you. So how to make money, this is part 2, and I'm telling you in this way, and that is porn. Yes, adult industry. Adult industry is also a $1 billion industry. You know why? Most students fall into this industry. Okay, let me tell you. If you want to become a billionaire, first of all, go to your, nowadays AI you have system, right? So now create a free AI model. Okay, AI model, AI seductive character. Create AI seductive character. Okay, go on Instagram, or X to grab some audience and connect it to OF OnlyFans. Okay, and create some kind of AI video. Okay, AI video. Okay, and then charge them, and especially students. Okay, especially male and students. If you do that, okay, and since there is no limit, you have to do it and you can do it. Okay, since these are all students, they will fall into a trap. Okay, and this is your one revenue stream. Okay, let's say 10 students for per week, 10 new students per week enrolling to your OnlyFans account, and they are spending 9 point, let's say $10. Okay, so you are $100 making $100 per week. Okay, this is your revenue. Now let's say after a decade, okay, after a decade, these 10 students want to grow in their life, they want to quit porn. Then again, what you can do, you can launch a course how to get your, how to get your mind back, how to bring back your life on track. Okay, so again, let's imagine that these 10 students willingly to spend $20 on your course, like how to get back your life on track, and you can make $200 another. And you are basically, first you are creating a AI character and then selling OnlyFans videos AI generated, and people are willing to pay. Okay, so this, first of all, you are using men's lust to earn money, and you are creating a problem. Okay, because actually you are not creating a problem, the problem is already there, you are just benefiting it. Okay, now these 10 students want to improve their life, so you are just giving them a solution, and after giving them solution, you can make another money. So basically in this case, okay, you are a problem creator, you are giving them lust, your business is lust, and then people want to get out from their dull life, then again you are earning money. So in both way, no matter what people get, even if they're destroying their life, or even if they want to improve in their life, you are earning money in both way. So yeah, this is one thing. Okay, and let me tell you another thing. Let me tell you another thing. Okay, let's say you are, most of the time you are in your phone, right? You are in your phone, like Apple, right? And most people buy iPhones. You know why most people buy phones or iPhones? Because these big companies have psychologist, okay, experts, neuroscientists. These big companies have experts, psychologists, neuroscientists, and they have studied your human brain. Okay, they have studied the human brain, and they know how it works. Okay, and they know that how it works. Okay, how to keep your brain hooked. How to keep your brain hooked. Okay, how to keep your brain hooked. And these are the people, those who knows how your human brain works and how to keep you hooked. And these big companies paying handsomely to these people so that they can release the studies of your brain to these companies, so that they can design a product that will keep you hooked, right? So they have created iPhone or whatever it is, right? And now Now what you have to do, you have to study psychology, become an expert, or neuroscientist. You have to become a neuroscientist so that you can study your brain. And after studying human brain, you have to sell all of your research papers to a big amount of company, of course, because at the end of the day you have to earn money, right? Because kindness, empathy, and love aren't going to give you food, shelter, and home. Sorry, food and shelter and cloth, right? So you have to sell those information, sell your research papers, and you will earn very handsomely. And then they will create a product, and that will keep the human brain hook. Okay, so this is you, for example, and you have sold the research paper of brain to this company. They have created a product, and now this product can keep your brain hook. Okay, now let's go to the other side. Now you have sold the data to Apple, but a layman doesn't know that you are the one who sold the data. So now the biggest advantage is you are an expert, right? You are an expert or neuroscientist, right? Let's say you are a psychologist, neuroscientist, or expert. Okay, and a layman doesn't know who you are, but they know they are hooked to their mobile phones, and you also know that they are hooked to the mobile phones. Now what you can do, you can start a YouTube channel or launch your website where you are giving people solution. And what is that solution? Control your mind. Control your mind. How to control your mind? Okay, then train your brain to be successful. Okay, since you are the same psychologist who sold the brain research to the Apple, now as a psychologist or a neuroscientist or expert, you have to sell again those brain research papers that you have done all along those years. You have to sell those to the people, but in a format, okay, but in a format that people can understand, okay, and people are willing to pay for. So what you can do, you can launch a course, your website, your YouTube channel, where you are telling people how to get their mind back, how to train their brain to become successful, okay, in a way that they are going to pay for you. And now you are helping them. So basically you have to choose a profession where you have only one job, okay, just like psychologist or neuroscientist or expert. You just studied the brain once, but you can sell this to two different audiences. Number one is B2B, okay, like selling to the big companies where they are going to create some products that will keep the audience hooked. Or second thing is to people, like this, B2C. So basically you have to sell these research papers with people so that they can stay away from buying iPhones, and you have to sell these research papers to Apple so that they can target laymen to buy the iPhone. So basically it is like a YouTube revenue model, okay, but sounds like familiar, right? You are a psychologist, you are a brain researcher, you have done some brain research. Now you are selling these research papers to people, B2C, where you are telling them not how to not stay hooked to your phone, and you are selling those same research papers to B2B business peoples like Apple, where they are usually trying how to hook to your customer in your phone. Okay, that's it. So sounds like YouTube, right? This revenue model sounds like YouTube, where we as a YouTube has two business model. Okay, one is B2B, where businesses can show their ads on YouTube. Okay, and as a layman, when we are watching YouTube, we can see that an ad comes up. Okay, this is one stream, and then YouTube launches a premium subscription model, which is B2C, where you have to buy YouTube Premium, where you cannot see the ad, right? So basically other company is paying YouTube to show ads to you, but you are paying YouTube and taking YouTube Premium to not to see the ads. So basically YouTube is a B2B and B2C platform where YouTube is earning both ways. So as a psychologist, neuroscientist and expert, you can do the brain research one time, then sell it to two different parties. So that's it. That's how you can make money. I hope this video is helpful. Take care. Bye bye. Sayonara.